Student loans, no matter the size, no matter how long ago it was, no matter what, can make you feel bad, like you made a really bad decision. If that degree does not provide you with what you paid for, then your degree failed you. Hi friends, welcome to Moms and Money, where we talk about making money, managing money, and saving money for the women in the household. So in my previous video that I posted last week, I talked about how $1.7 billion of student loan debt is going to be canceled by the student loan servicer Navient because 39 states attorney generals from various different states here in the United States came together to sue them for just horrible practices, lending practices to vulnerable young people, not even young people, but just people in general that were vulnerable. They were servicing loans that they knew these people were not going to be able to pay back. If you want to learn more or hear more details about it, you could tap this eye right here to watch it. But I saw so many comments from so many of you that were saying how you went to a for-profit school, or that you're so much money in student loan debt and you're not even working in that industry, or you feel like you couldn't get a job that was paid high enough for you to be able to pay these loans back. It was sad, and it's upsetting because, you put your trust into something and then to not get that back, it's very devastating, and it could be really harmful for, your self-esteem, and not only your self-esteem, but just your financial future. It could sometimes make you feel hopeless. So I wanted to make this video so that you can stay encouraged, because your degree, whatever degree you got, whatever you do for a living, whatever industry or field that you're in, that stuff does not define you. It does not define who you are. It's not the end all be all, and it's not the only thing that matters in your financial life. Student loans, no matter the size, no matter how long ago it was, no matter what, if you're deferring them, if you're paying them, student loans can make you feel bad, like you made a really bad decision, especially if that degree that you paid for does not live up to the promises that were made to you. Many of us get a higher education to fulfill your dreams, to have a better financial future, to get into a career that you love and that you're passionate about. But if you're going to be paying for something, you would expect for that piece of paper, because essentially that's what you're paying for, is a piece of paper, and of course the education and knowledge that you gain. You are expecting for that to pay you back for years and years to come for the rest of your career. But the truth is, if that degree does not provide you with what you paid for, then your degree failed you. So it's not your fault. It's the fact that our higher education system, I'm speaking here about the United States, is very, very broken. It's almost rigged. If you don't get a degree in a certain field or a certain major, a certain industry, then you're not guaranteed, an income that's large enough to be able to pay those student loans back. So to me, in my mind, that's of course in the medical field. Anything in the medical field, you should be able to pay them back, but some doctors even struggle with paying their student loans back, honestly. But anything in the medical field, finance, accounting related, engineering is another big one. Those typically will pay you back, meaning that that degree, that piece of paper and education that you gained will pay you back for years and years to come for the duration of your career. But unfortunately, many of us don't major in that, and that's okay. That's the beauty of having the freedom to have whatever kind of career you want. But for the majority of people that don't major in one of those industries, and I would also say that add tech in there, some tech, not all tech, because some for-profit tech schools don't pay, you're not able to get that high-paying job. I will say some tech is included in that. But for the majority of people who don't major in one of those things, having student loan debt of $50, $60, $70, $80, $90, even $100,000 after you graduate, it's almost, you feel like it's impossible, and that you just have this huge cloud over your head when it comes to getting ahead of your debt, or trying to pay your debt down, or trying to just get ahead financially. And honestly, I feel like it's rigged so that you, me, and many other people stay in the middle class. The top 3 things that keep the middle class in the middle class are student loans, car notes, and credit cards. Those top 3 things right there is what keeps the middle class in the middle class. So it's almost like the higher education system is rigged for that. So I say all that to say, if you are one of those people who are struggling with your student loans, who feel like it's just hopeless, I'm here to encourage you that a lot of it, or many of it, or even most of it, it is not your fault. Grant yourself grace. We are not educated about the detrimental effects that student loans can have on a person, on a young person, or even if you're middle age and you decide to go back to school. It's not fully transparent how student loans can really affect you. You know, and I understand that not everybody can pay for cash to go to school. And I'm not saying that. Some people do have to get a student loan in order to educate themselves. But you better make sure, and I mean make absolute sure, that you don't feel like you have to go to your dream school. If your dream school's out of state and it's expensive, check out your local community college, see what they have to offer, because an engineering degree from your local community college at this point will hold power, just like if you were to go to a big major, big SEC school. Don't pay for just the name. You want to make sure that you're getting a bang for your buck. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're going to major in something that's going to return those things to you. And so, like I said, a lot of the times it's not very transparent about how to go about getting financial aid, how to go about managing or getting student loans that are manageable for you, that you know that you'll be able to afford. It's hard to predict what salaries are going to be like because, honestly, incomes have not increased much at all over the last 3 to 4, even 4 decades. So, and our purchasing power keeps on dwindling. Okay, so I know I made this video to encourage you, and I am. Okay, but I want to tell you what you could do with your student loans so that you don't feel like it's so detrimental. The one thing that you can do to take back the power, to know that the power is in your hands, is to take action. Okay, a lot of the times we feel bad about it because we just don't know where to start, or you just feel like you get a bill and you receive a bill and you just have to pay it, because you're paying it without any kind of plan. And to be honest, what motivates us the most with any aspect of life, not just financially, is action. You've got to take action. So take action to manage your finances. Get yourself on a budget that works so that you have a plan in place. And when you have a plan in place, you could start seeing the light at the end of that tunnel. The tunnel doesn't seem as dark when you have a plan in place. You kind of take that power back over these student loans to know that this is just a season of your life. You have the power to change the trajectory of your life. Maybe you can start a side hustle. I have my favorite ones listed in the description box that you can start for free. Okay, there's so many different ways to add more income, to add additional income streams. And I know so many people talk about it, and I'm not saying that it's easy, by no means. Is it a lot of work? Absolutely. But is it worth it? Absolutely it is. To be able to pay those student loans back faster, to be able to have that financial freedom that you want, to be able to finally live the dream that you invested in yourself by going to get that college degree. You invested, that's an investment in yourself that you're hoping to pay, that it pays off. Some of the times it doesn't, but that doesn't mean that you don't have the power to still change that and to still have your dreams come true. Okay, so stay encouraged. Get yourself on a budget that works. You can download my free zero-based budget template in the description box, and I have lots of playlists all about my favorite type of budgeting, how to get started, what to do if you're a beginner, or even if you're seasoned. But get yourself on a budget and on a plan so that it doesn't seem so dim and dark, like you're gonna have these student loans forever. So leave a comment down below and let me know. Do you have a plan for your student loans? How do you plan on paying them back? Do you have hope that you'll be able to pay them back? All of that, leave that down below and let me know. And I just want to encourage you, again, this is just a small season of your life. Next year, your life can totally change based on the actions that you take right now. So I encourage you to take action to try to change whatever financial situation that you're in. Thanks again for watching, guys. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps my channel out, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.